Today we got two immensely powerful heroes going head to head. Franklin Richards versus Cosmic Armor Superman. Who wins? Well, let's find out. Franklin is the son of Reed Richards and Sue Storm, also known as Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman of the Fantastic Four. He's an Omega level mutant, and even at a young age, is one of the most powerful beings in the universe. Franklin has incredibly vast reality warping powers, sonic powers, and he even has complete control over the fundamental forces of the universe. He's a powerful telepath, as he can affect anything within a 200-mile radius. He's actually a powerful telekinetic as well, being able to lift tons and even throw the thing across the room. He also displays some precognitive powers, as it originally manifested in his dreams, but it increased to the point where he could even see the future when he's awake. He can project himself into the astral plane, and he's even shown the ability to manipulate and travel through time, which a future version of Franklin returned to the past in order to save the world. However, while that's all fine and good, Franklin's greatest asset is his ability to control the fundamental forces of the universe and warp and control reality. As a child, he was able to create universes and pocket universes, shape reality any way that he saw fit, and repair a dying star. He's able to protect himself from harm, even if he's unaware that the danger is incoming, as Franklin has subconsciously defended himself from a celestial attack by turning into flowers, and even expel a celestial out of his mind after it tried attacking him. He's figured out how to neutralize other people's powers, as he was able to create a box that can contain Black Bolt's voice and allow him to speak naturally. Franklin possesses the normal physical abilities of a guy his size and age, but he can increase it to essentially infinite levels thanks to reality warping. He's been able to kill a Celestial with just one punch, and Celestial attacks don't really do much to him, as he's even survived a direct blast from one of them. Franklin Richards has been consistently referred to as an omniversal threat, and Roma, the guardian of all realities, said that his power level was equal to the Celestials. But then in the corner, we have Cosmic Armor Superman. Rocketed to Earth as an infant from the doomed planet Krypton, Kal-El was adopted by the loving Kent family and raised in America's heartland as Clark Kent. Using his immense solar fuel powers, he became Superman to defend mankind against all manner of threats while championing truth, justice, and the American way. So, who is Cosmic Armor Superman, and how does he differ from the normal version of Superman? So, during Final Crisis, the Supermen of 5 different universes were called upon to fight against the evil Dark Monitor Mandrake. During the group's trip to Limbo, they were attacked and betrayed by Ultraman, which ended up with Superman and Ultraman merging into a single consciousness. After a massive explosion, the single mind woke up within the body of an enormous suit of armor built by the Monitors. Luckily, Superman's willpower was greater than Ultraman's, and he became the dominant mind in this new form. Cosmic Armor Superman is essentially the very embodiment of the high concept of Superman itself, and was able to battle against the Dark Monitor, with the fate of the entire DC multiverse hanging in the balance. So Cosmic Armor Superman is actually kind of a strange character, especially in relation to the normal Clark that we know. For starters, he has a cosmic sense, and says that he can actually feel the narrative progressing around him, can hear the readers breathing, feel them grabbing the pages of the comics, and he even tries to reach out and touch the reader. He's on a higher plane of existence than pretty much the rest of the multiverse, and this allows him to actually perceive Limbo from the outside, and perceive the true nature of the Monitors. He's durable enough to withstand eye blasts from Mandrake, and actually injured Mandrake with his own heat vision. In fact, it seems like Cosmic Armor Superman actually embodies the Superman archetype itself. He's literally as strong as he needs to be. simply because he's Superman and he has to save the day. Only Superman with the cosmic armor was able to defeat Mandrake, since he was the only one throughout the entire multiverse to have a better story. He's the true personification of justice and the modern hero. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, these are two of the absolutely most powerful, you could even say overpowered, heroes in all of comics. They can basically do anything that they want to do, or that the plot demands them to do, and are easily universal, multiversal, arguably even omniversal level threats. So there's really just one question that we need to answer here. Which of these two heroes is more powerful? Because since these two can do basically anything that you can imagine, even going so far as Franklin creating entire universes, well, this fight really does depend on just who is more powerful. So who is more powerful? Well, ever since Frankie was a little kid, he's been able to create pocket universes and shape reality really any way that he sees fit. And I really do mean any way that he sees fit. He was able to literally rip apart Celestials, kill them with one punch, and even infuse Galactus with enough power to take on Celestials. Or before that, Galactus had been defeated in pretty much one shot. And just to really drive this point home, Celestials can basically be seen as gods. Then Franklin has actually been spending the past few years recreating the multiverse after they've been broken and destroyed during the Secret Wars event by God Emperor Doom and the Beyonders. However, this doesn't necessarily mean that Franklin could create or destroy the multiverse. He's definitely powerful, just not quite that powerful. In fact, Frank is just doing the exact same thing that he's been doing since he was a little kid, when he created a universe in his bedroom, or created a pocket universe to save both the Avengers and the X-Men. So basically, how it's worked so far is that Franklin created an entire universe built around a concept or an idea that's suggested by the team. Then Molecule Man splits a piece of himself apart, then uses that to anchor the newly created universe to the multiverse, creating a constant across the vast cosmos. Then finally, Reed Richards sends this brand new universe hurtling outwards to take its place among the multiverse. So Franklin creates the universe, and they couldn't do anything without his initial spark, but it's definitely still a team effort. In fact, recently it was shown that there's a limit to how many universes Franklin can create, and after the epic strain that had been put on him, the ability to craft entire universes had come to an end, even though his powers are still practically off the charts. But then there's a Cosmic Armor Superman, who is literally a walking plot device and Deus Ex Machina machine. Clark actually exists outside of the multiverse, in an area called the Overload. He can perceive Limbo from the outside, due to being on a higher plane of existence, and actually holds Limbo on the tip of his finger, as well as being shown to be bigger than 52 universes. Then it's important to remember that he literally embodies the Superman archetype itself, being the ultimate personification of a hero. This means that he really is as powerful or as strong as it takes for him to win, because the hero always has to win. With this power, when Mandrake increased his strength, Clark just increased his strength as well, because he's literally as strong as he needs to be, because he's Superman, and he has to save the day. And with this incredible power, Superman was able to defeat Mandrake, who comes from a race of beings who live outside the multiverse, and view the DC multiverse as a germ. He's been described as a multiversal threat, and one of the greatest threats in the DC universe. He was feeding off the multiverse, the very concept of existence, held the multiverse in his hand, and the power of all 52 universes. To put in perspective Franklin Richards, this guy's basically the Beyonders, who came from outside the Marvel Universe and were able to kill the Living Tribunal. And Cosmic Armor Superman was able to beat him and actually strike him with enough force to create light visible from miles away and crumble the very existence upon which they stand. Cosmic Armor Superman is literally as powerful as the plot itself and can't lose if the plot dictates him to win, no matter how powerful his opponent is. Franklin is powerful, but Clark is arguably one of the top 5, at least top 10, most powerful beings in the DCU, and he's winning this one. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts, so sign off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button, more videos just one every single week a day, and I'll see you next time.